Nile River. The mighty Nile is the longest river within the planet at 4,132 miles, 6,650 kilometers. Meandering through 10 countries, the Nile starts in two sources. The White Nile in Central African Republic in either Rwanda or Burundi, it's still unclear, and thus the Blue Nile in Ethiopia. The Nile also flows through Sudan, Egypt, Uganda, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kenya, Tanzania and South Sudan. The Nile was of great importance during the normal Egypt period, and it's no coincidence that every one among Egypt's key historical sites also, because the cities of Cairo and Luxor are along the banks of the Nile. Amazon River. The mighty Amazon winds its way through Brazil, Colombia and Peru in South Americas. Stretching for 3,977 miles, 6,400 kilometers, the Amazon is the second longest river within the planet. The source is high within the Andes Mountains at Lago Villafro in Peru. In total there are over 1,100 tributaries from the Amazon, which is additionally home to anaconda snakes and thus the deadly piranha, amongst many others. The mouth is at the Atlantic, and thus the primary bridge over the Amazon system opened in 2010 almost Manaus in Brazil. Changjiang River, aka Changjiang. The Yangtze River's source lies at the glacier of Jianganduru in Qinghai Province in northwest China and flows across the country to the mouth with the South China Sea at Shanghai. Meandering for an entire of 6,300 kilometers, 3,915 miles, this is often the longest river that lies solely within one country. The river system supports several important species including the Chinese alligator, Chinese paddlefish, finless porpoise and thus the Yangtze sturgeon. And thus the most important hydroelectric power station on Earth is on the Yangtze at the Three Gorges Dam. The three parallel rivers of Yunnan section of the Yangtze could also be a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Changjiang River network is so great that it accounts for a couple of 18% of the whole acreage. The river has supported traditional life along its banks for millennia, and thus the primary bridges were only in build 1955, and today there are quite 50 traversing the Great Waterway. Mississippi River. Located within the U.S. and flowing through 10 states in total, the Mississippi, which stretches for 2,320 miles, 3,734 kilometers. The source of the mighty Mississippi is at the glacial Lake Itasca in Minnesota. The river snakes south and has its mouth at the Gulf of Mexico. Great cities like Minneapolis, St. Louis and New Orleans were forged around the Mississippi. The first bridge was constructed in 1855, and despite its length, there aren't any tunnels running underneath the river. The Mississippi is probably most well known for the steamboat era, where these distinctive crafts plied their trade from 1830 to 1870. Most famously, this era is roofed within the book of Arthur Clemens, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and thus the record for swimming the entire length of the Mississippi goes to Slovenian Martin Strel, who completed the feat in 68 days in 2002. Yenisei River. The fifth longest river within the planet is the Yenisei Angara Selenga at 5,539 kilometers, 3,445 miles, which primarily flows through Russia. With a maximum depth of 80 feet 24 meters, the Yenisei supports rare birdlife just like the hooded crow, and prehistoric pine trees line the banks. T-course of the Yenisei lies in Mongolia, and thus the mouth is at the Kara Sea and Arctic Ocean. Yellow River, aka Huanghe. The Huanghe is the second longest river in China at 5,464 kilometers, 3,395 meters. Its origins lies in West China Qinghai Province, and it flows through 9 provinces in total. The Huanghe has produced many devastating floods over the years, which has earned it the unenviable nickname, China's Sorrow. Actually, the Great Flood of 1931 claimed up to 4 million lives during the worst natural sister ever recorded. There are 14 hydroelectric dams over the Huanghe, which is home to the Huanghe turtle. Obertish River. The little herd of Obertish River is one for the pub quiz. Running through the 4 Asian countries of Russia, Kazakhstan, China and Mongolia, the Obertish runs for 4,248 kilometers, 2,640 miles. The Irtysh is additionally mentioned within the Crime and Punishment novel from Dostoevsky in 1866.